Hello, Football Calcio here, and I'm here with a football weekend update and my opinions on the games and who has really stood out for me over the course of this opening Premier League season weekend. So obviously we'll start off with probably the first game of the Premier League season, Liverpool versus Stoke. It was 1-0 Liverpool, convincing win for them. I think Torre hit the bar and stuff. It was very very close. Mignolet obviously had a superb debut. Couldn't he's probably having a great few days finishing over his great game. He saved the penalty. Couldn't ask for more really on your debut. So Jones I think hit the bar and stuff. I don't know. It's a very very close game. Had many chances, but typical Stoke. I think they'll probably get a mid-table. I don't know. Liverpool probably might challenge for fourth. I think this season maybe fifth. I think if they can, if they get Suarez back and if they keep on challenging, winning games, then they probably might get sixth or fifth. I don't know. Obviously, a lot of people think they're going to get eighth or ninth, but looking at Arsenal, I think that's opening up a whole new set of teams to come forward now. Really, because they were shocking in their space on obviously their game. 3-1 Aston Villa. That was just an absolute massacre by Aston Villa. They just embarrassed them. I mean, obviously Giroud getting in there early, they thought, hey, we're going to win this 8-0 like Chelsea did against Aston Villa at home last season. But oh no, they had other ideas. Obviously, Benteke getting the goal, and then it was obviously his penalty because I mean Szczesny did the first bit, but then he couldn't finish off the penalty save. But for Arsenal, it raises a lot of questions, and if there are any Arsenal fans who subscribe to my channel, don't think they probably are. But if they are, please leave comments on your opinions. Obviously, I know that you're probably very, very angry at the minute, and I can understand that because you pay good money to watch football games, and then you go and lose 3-1 to Aston Villa. You pay good money to watch these games, and you should be in awe at the football you're playing. But the fact is, you spent no money, you haven't done it properly, and you haven't replaced big players. I mean, this is one of the biggest points I think where they've gone wrong. Van Persie leaves, they replace him with Giroud. Is he a worthy enough replacement? Of course not. How is he going to replace a man that was getting 25 goals a season? That's pretty poor, really. And if it also Wenger, even his reaction, he still didn't realise that he was the one in the wrong for not spending money. He was just, I think he even smiled halfway through it, but he doesn't realise how much of a problem this is for Arsenal. Obviously, I hope they still get into problems because I'm a Chelsea fan, of course. So, I'm loving the fact. I'm sure everyone else is loving, apart from Arsenal that are having so much problems. Because it's great, it's opened up a whole new wave of teams to go and challenge for a top four. Because Champions League is so important at the minute. It's big money if you get into it. I know a lot of English football has been criticised recently in Europe for not being that challenging, but I think a couple of teams will challenge, go very very far. Man City, obviously had a terrible Champions League campaign last season. Finishing last in group stage, but I reckon with the whole new wave of new European foreigners coming through, that they might possibly get to knockout stages, whether or not they get a challenge for a higher like semi-finals. That we've got to wait to be seen. Obviously, they're playing today. Maybe pass judgment on how the season's going to go from there. I'm then going to swiftly moving on to Man United versus Swansea. Thought Van Persie and Welbeck was incredible. I mean, obviously Welbeck only got one goal last. I think, correct me if I'm wrong. I think he only got one Premier League goal last season. He's doubled. He scored 2 goals for Man United yesterday, and I thought it was brilliant. Van Persie as well, obviously typical Van Persie, scoring goals. And what a bargain! It makes me really angry when I find out that he was only worth 20 million when Torres was worth 50, and I think already smashed Torres' goal record for Chelsea, and he was 2.5 times the price. It begs the question that do we really know who to buy? And I'm not. I mean, I'm favouring Chelsea's new transfer policy of more homegrown talent and more younger, cheaper players, which is doing us well because obviously we move on to our game where we won 2-0. That was an incredible first half performance. Second half we took the foot off the pedal a bit, but Jose Mourinho just controlled the game. I thought that was mainly tactical in second half, just to control it. We got a lot of possession. We let Hull get back into the game, mainly just to give our players a rest because we don't want to risk them getting injured. You know, especially with Hazard's blistering pace and Schürrle's pace, you can risk players getting long-term injuries. I mean, that's why I think Oxlade-Chamberlain got injured. I think there's rumours that he could be out for 3 to 6 months. And for such a young player, that could ruin a lot of your future development in the team. And it's practically the whole season just gone for him now. It adds on to the more bad things that are happening to Arsenal at the minute. But anyway, moving on. Yes, I thought it was a great game by Chelsea. Hull, credit to them. They defended well at times. I thought the keeper made some really good saves. Lampard's free kick was incredible. Oscar's goal was a good bit of passing. Hull's keeper should have done better really at the free kick, but it's Lampard's shot, you know. He have a lot of power under the ball, and there's no stopping that sometimes. Leon Crystal Palace versus Tottenham, 1-0 Tottenham. Soldado, I think, with a penalty. Obviously, no Gareth Bale. Do you think he could be back in September? So I think the door is all open really for other players to sort of step up and become the next big Premier League player. I think predictions for the next sort of big player in the Premier League, obviously Van Persie proved himself. He's very well known now. I think Eden Hazard to step up to the plate. Felipe Coutinho. I also think Oscar as well. Obviously Coutinho, Oscar, very, very sort of similar players. Obviously Brazilian. They're small, great on the ball, great passing, and I think they're going to do very, very well. Eden Hazard, I hope he makes himself known to the Premier League. He had an excellent first game yesterday, and I hope he becomes one of the next big players because we're always criticised not creating stars, but you can't create stars if you keep them, you know. And that's the thing. We sort of like Man United in a way. We create good players, but we keep on to them. We don't sell them. That's why I think I'll be selling them as 25 million for Bayern Robin. That's because we weren't as good at the time. Well, obviously that was after Jose Mourinho's reign, and we should have kept on to them. But you know, we sold him because obviously he wanted to move, and that was our biggest ever selling. But you know, I think Gareth Bale does move. It will obviously prevent that Tottenham are good at making stars because I think he's worth 80 odd million. I think he is, but realistically, if I think he's worth 65. You know, he's a great player. Don't get me wrong, but 85 million more than Cristiano Ronaldo. That's got to beg some questions that actually are just Real Madrid just sort of trying to, you know, like flatter Gareth Bale with these, oh, you're worth this much, we love you, Gareth Bale, blah blah blah. You know, like I think even there were rumours that they even made like reserved, I think number 9 or number 10 kit for him or something like that, just sort of trying to tap him up a little bit, making him think, oh yeah, Real Madrid love me. But I don't think he's going to go. I just think they're not going to spend that much money, especially with fair play rules. It would just be a sort of insult, if you like, to UEFA and FIFA and their new rules for themselves. Anyway, that was my football news. Well, it's not really news, but the score roundup, and that's the roundup of football scores. Predictions, please leave them in the comment. Who do you think is going to win the Premier League, Champions League, the Scottish League, all of that sort of stuff. And also leave predictions for the World Cup as well. Obviously, it's World Cup year next year. Very exciting times. At the minute, I do predict it's going to be Brazil all the way. Obviously, home crowd, I think they're going to do it, but we've got to wait and see. Anyway, that's my football news round. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe.